streetlights trembling over empty roads. You were standing there with tired eyes, like you carried stories no one knows. The wind was cold, but you were warmer, like a fire burning soft and low. Something in the way you whispered made the whole world slow. You didn't promise me forever, you didn't even say my name, but something in that fragile moment quietly began to change. And every step we took together felt like pages turning slow, like a song the night was writing. Only we would know. And maybe we were only strangers, meeting in the wrong place, right time. But the way your hand brushed softly made the dark feel less like night. When the world goes quiet and the noise fades out of view, I can hear your heartbeat breaking through every lonely shadow, every road I thought I knew starts to feel like home when I'm with you. Maybe love is fragile, maybe love is something new, but when the world goes quiet, I hear you. Morning came without a warning, sunlight's drifting through the glass. We were laughing at the silence like we knew it couldn't last. You were tracing little circles on the table with your hand, like you were drawing tiny maps to somewhere we could stand. I remember how you looked then, half afraid but wanting more, like a wave about to break on an undiscovered shore. And I knew that if I left you, something deep inside would fall, like a fragile constellation losing one last star. Maybe hearts are meant to wander, maybe we are meant to try, but the way you said stay longer made the moment feel alive. When the world goes quiet and the noise fades out of view, I can hear your heartbeat breaking through every lonely shadow, every road I thought I knew starts to feel like home when I'm with you. And maybe love is fragile, maybe love is something new, but when the world goes quiet, I hear you. There were nights I thought about leaving, walking roads that led away, but your voice would find the silence, calling softly through the gray, like a lighthouse in the distance, like a star above the sea. You were always there, reminding who I used to be. Maybe love is not a promise, maybe love is just a spark, but it lights the hidden corners of a slowly healing heart. And if time decides to take us to the edges of the blue, I will always hear the quiet leading back to you. When the world goes quiet and the sky turns silver blue, I can feel the echoes pull me through every broken moment, every dream I almost knew the stars come into view and the world goes quiet, I find you. You walked in like the quiet rain, soft enough to calm the air. Every word you said that evening felt like something meant to share. We were sitting by the window, watching headlights drift away, like the city was still moving, but our moment chose to stay. You were laughing at my stories like you'd heard them all before, like we'd lived 1,000 lifetimes standing in that doorway floor. And the way you looked at me then, like you saw through every wall, made the silence feel like music after all. Maybe we were only dreaming, maybe time was moving slow, but your fingers brushed against mine and I didn't let them go. Stay until the morning light, let the darkness fade away. We don't have to name this feeling, we can let the moment stay. Every second feels like magic, every breath feels warm and new. If tomorrow comes too quickly, I'll still remember you. Stay until the morning light, just a little longer now. If the world begins to change us, we'll remember this somehow. Coffee cups were growing colder, but the night was getting warm. Every quiet little whisper felt like shelter from the storm. You were telling me your secrets like they'd waited years to fall, like your heart had been a window waiting for a call. And I wondered if you noticed every time you said my name, how the room would start to shimmer like a slowly rising flame. And maybe love begins in silence, maybe love begins this way, in the spaces between heartbeats where the words don't need to stay. Every moment felt suspended, like the night refused to end, like the universe was listening when you leaned a little in. Stay until the morning light, let the shadows drift away. We don't need to rush the sunrise, we can let the moment stay. Every second feels like magic, every breath feels warm and true. If tomorrow steals this feeling, I will still remember you. Stay until the morning light, just a little longer here. Let the quiet tell the story words were never meant to hear. Maybe someday we'll be strangers, passing softly through the crowd. Maybe life will pull our stories far beyond this quiet cloud. But tonight the stars are closer and the sky feels wide and new, like the universe is whispering, every dream comes into view. If this moment lasts a heartbeat, if it fades before the dawn, I will carry every memory long after you are gone. Because something in your laughter, something in your steady eyes, made the world feel less uncertain under midnight skies. Stay until the morning light, let the darkness turn to gold. Every second here beside you feels more precious than I'm told. If the dawn begins to break us, if the daylight pulls us stay. When the daylight finds the window and the quiet slips away, I will keep the warmth you gave me long after today. Stay until the morning light. I saw it in the way you looked away, like the words were somewhere far, like a storm was slowly forming just beyond the quiet stars. You were tracing empty circles on the table with your hand, like a map that once had meaning but no longer had a land. We were sitting in the silence that we used to call a home, but tonight it felt much colder than a heart left all alone. And I knew before you said it, something fragile had begun, like a shadow crossing sunlight, slowly hiding from the sun. Maybe love was always fragile, maybe time was always true, but the space between your heartbeats started growing out of you. This feels like a little more than goodbye, like a promise fading out in the night, like a story that was never meant to end, but somehow lost the light. And I'm holding on to pieces of you, like a song that slowly falls out of tune. If this moment is the last thing we know, tell me what we're supposed to do, because this feels like a little more than goodbye. There were nights we stayed awake, watching every dream unfold, talking like the world was ours, like we'd never grow too old. But tonight the room is quiet and the laughter feels so far, like a photograph of summer left inside a broken jar. I remember how you held me, like the dark could never stay, like the world would keep on turning if we only found a way. But the way your voice is trembling, like a whisper lost in blue, makes me wonder if forever was just something we once knew. Maybe hearts are meant to wander, maybe love is meant to bend, but the silence growing louder feels like something near the end. This feels like a little more than goodbye, like a promise fading out in the night, like a story that was never meant to end, but somehow lost the light. And I'm holding on to pieces of you, like a song that slowly falls out of tune. If this moment is the last thing we know, tell me what we're supposed to do, because this feels like a little more than goodbye. Maybe we were just a moment in a universe too wide. Maybe love was just a comet burning briefly in the sky. But the way you held my heartbeat, like it mattered in your hands, made me think that we were stronger than the shifting depths like a whisper in the dark. You will always be the echo, living somewhere in my heart. This feels like a little more than goodbye, like the fading of a once brilliant sky, like the moment when the music is gone, but the silence still can cry. And I'm holding on to pieces of you, like a dream that never wanted to end. Even if we lose each other tonight, you are more than just a friend. Yes, this feels like a little more than goodbye. A little more than goodbye. If the morning finds us strangers walking different roads apart, I will keep the quiet memory of the night you had my heart. A little more than goodbye. There's a quiet in the room tonight, like a story losing breath, like the echoes of 1,000 words that we never really said. You're sitting just across from me, but you feel so far away, like the tide is slowly pulling all the shorelines into gray. And the way you keep on smiling, like you're trying not to fall, makes the distance feel much louder than the silence on the wall. Maybe love begins in whispers, maybe endings start the same, in the fragile little spaces where we're afraid to say a name. Every heartbeat feels uncertain, every second feels too long, like we're standing on the edge of something breaking in a song. Somewhere between us, the light began to fade, between the words we never spoke and the promises we made. Somewhere between us, the sky turned into blue, not the kind that feels like freedom, but the kind that loses you. And I'm reaching through the silence, but the distance keeps its truth. Somewhere between forever and the night we lost the proof. Somewhere between us, I started losing you. I remember how you held me, like the world was standing still, like the quiet of your breathing was a place I could just feel. We were dancing through the midnight, like tomorrow didn't care, like the stars were just reflections of the love we used to share. But the warmth is slowly fading, like a fire losing flame, and the echoes of your laughter don't quite sound the same. If I close my eyes, I see you in the summer of our build a future while the present passed us by. But the memory of your laughter still remains inside the blue, like a melody unfinished that still belongs to you. Somewhere between us, the night began to fall, between the hope we used to hold and the fear we couldn't call. Somewhere between us, the silence learned your name, and every word we tried to save couldn't stop the quiet rain. Still I'm reaching through the darkness, even knowing what is true. Somewhere between forever, I started losing you. Somewhere between us, I lost a part of you. And the stars keep softly shining, like they never saw the fall. But somewhere in the quiet, we lost it all. The room was darker than before, like the lights refused to stay. Every shadow on the wall felt like something slipping away. You were standing by the doorway, like the night I called your name, like the air between our heartbeats didn't feel the same. And the silence growing louder was a language of its own. Every breath we took together felt more fragile than we know. I was searching for a reason, something we could still believe, but the truth was slowly falling like the last leaf from a tree. Maybe love can't always save us, maybe time decides the end, but the way you looked that evening said we couldn't just pretend. This was the night we let go, the night the silence took control, when every promise we were holding slowly slipped out of our souls. This was the night we let go, the moment everything went cold, like a star that once was shining but no longer had a glow. And even now I hear your echo in the places we both know. This was the night we let go. I remember how you held me when the world was falling fast, like your arms could build a shelter strong enough to make it last. But tonight your hands were trembling, like the warmth that disappeared, like the love we once were guarding was now something we both feared. Every word felt like a breaking, every pause felt like a fall, like the quiet in the distance was preparing for it all. And I knew before you whispered, before tears began to show, that our story had arrived at the night we let it go. Maybe hearts are meant for healing, maybe scars are meant to grow, but the way we stood there crying told me we already know. This was the night we let go, the night the silence took control, when every promise we were holding slowly slipped out of our souls. This was the night we let go, This was the night we let go. If love could freeze a moment, maybe we would still be there, standing in the quiet doorway, breathing the same air. Maybe we could stop the ending, hold the world between our hands. But some stories keep on moving, even when we make our plans. And the stars outside were shining like they didn't understand how two hearts that once were burning could collapse like fragile sand. Still the memory of your laughter will forever softly glow, even though it ended on the night we let it go. This was the night we let go, the night the sky began to fall, when the future we imagined couldn't hold us anymore. This was the night we let go, the moment everything was gone, like a melody that faded before the final song. But somewhere in the distance, though the tears continue to flow, I will always remember the night we let go. The night we let go. And the morning slowly rises, but the silence seems to know love was left behind us the night we let go. The morning light came quietly through the curtains by my bed, like it didn't want to wake me from the dream still in my head. Every corner of this room still remembers how you stayed, like the echoes of your laughter never really fade. But the silence feels less heavy than it did a week ago, like the night is slowly learning how to let the daylight show. And the heart I thought was breaking is still beating through the gray, like a fragile little promise trying hard to find its way. Maybe healing starts in whispers, maybe time can softly mend every shattered little moment until we can breathe again. I'm learning how to breathe again, one quiet step at a time, like the sunrise after midnight, slowly learning how to shine. Every memory is fading into something soft and blue, and the space you left behind me is beginning to feel new. I'm learning how to breathe again, though the nights still sometimes stay, like a song that keeps on playing long after you walked away. There are streets we used to wander that I pass without a sound, like the ghosts of distant summers still exist but can't be found. And the cafe by the corner where we used to lose the day feels like pages from a story time has slowly tucked away. But the sky above the city looks a little wider now, like the world is gently showing I'll remember how somehow, because even broken heartbeats still can find a rhythm true, when the quiet of tomorrow starts becoming something new. Every breath becomes a promise, every tear becomes a sign that the soul can keep on moving even after love resigns. I'm learning how to breathe again, one quiet step at a time, like the sunrise after midnight, slowly learning how to shine. Every memory is fading into something soft and blue, and the space you left behind me is beginning to feel new. I'm learning how to breathe again, though the nights still sometimes stay, like a song that keeps on playing long after you walked away. Maybe love was never wasted, maybe every tear we cried was a river leading somewhere past the edges of goodbye. And the heart that once was shattered can discover how to grow, like a garden in the winter, waiting softly under snow. Because somewhere in the future there's a light I cannot see, but the quiet voice inside me still believes in destiny. And the sky is slowly opening, like a promise in the blue, saying life is still unfolding into something bright and new. I'm learning how to breathe again, every step a little strong, like the echo of a melody, finding where it still belongs. Every tear becomes a memory, every scar becomes a sign that the heart can keep on beating through the passing of time. I'm learning how to breathe again, though the past may sometimes stay. There's a quiet kind of freedom in the dawn of every day. Yes, I'm learning how to breathe again. And the wind outside is whispering through the slowly opening sky that a heart can still keep dreaming even after good. The morning feels a little different than it used to feel before, like the sunlight found a doorway in a heart once locked and sore. There were days I thought the silence would become my only home, like the sky had lost its color and the warmth had all but gone. But the wind began to whisper through the branches overhead, like a quiet kind of promise life was moving on instead. And the road that once felt broken now feels wider than before, like the world is softly opening another hidden door. Maybe love is never certain, maybe hearts must fall apart, just to learn how to discover new beginnings in the dark. Maybe love will find us when we're not looking at all, like the sunlight through a window on a quiet morning call. Maybe love will find us in the places we don't see, in the moments we stop searching for who we used to be. And the sky keeps growing brighter, like a dream becoming true. Maybe love will find us somewhere new. There are memories still lingering, like the echoes of a song, but they no longer feel heavy like they once did for so long. Every step feels a little lighter, every breath feels clear and wide, like the storm that once surrounded finally learned to pass me by. And the laughter of tomorrow feels closer than before, like the tide returning gently to a waiting shore. Maybe somewhere in the distance there's a heart that feels like mine, walking through a different story on a different line. And if fate is slowly writing every chapter yet to come, maybe love is just the courage not to turn away and run. Maybe love will find us when we're not looking at all, like the sunlight through a window on a quiet morning call. Maybe love will find us in the places we don't see, in the moments we stop searching for who we used to be. And the sky keeps growing brighter, like a dream becoming true. Maybe love will find us somewhere new. There were nights I thought forever was a word that disappeared, lost inside the broken echoes of the dreams I once held dear. But the heart has strange resilience, like the ocean meets the shore. It can break against the darkness, yet return once more. And the stars above the skyline still are shining in the blue, like they never stop believing love could start again for you. Maybe every ending teaches what tomorrow wants to show, that the soul is always stronger than the deepest sorrow. Maybe love will find us when the wounds are finally healed, like a quiet revelation in a heart that learned to feel. Maybe love will find us through the echoes of the past, building something even stronger than the love that couldn't last. And the sky keeps growing brighter, like the dawn we once outgrew. Maybe love will find us somewhere new. Maybe love will find us somewhere new. And the wind keeps softly whispering through the endless open blue, that the world is always waiting for a heart that still feels true. Maybe love will find us